Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining. My name is Timothy Reese, and this is Convos, brought to you by Brooklyn Quarter and the League of Filmmakers. We're here at San Diego Comic-Con in the Gaslamp at the Coin-Op Game Room, and I am so excited to talk to our guest right now. He is an actor, a sculptor, and a writer. And I'm going to bury the lead on these three because what a journey his art form has been. So thank you very much for joining us. Alex Klein.
Thank you for having me. I'm thrilled to be here.
This is so exciting. And what's really remarkable is that this is absolutely not your first Comic-Con.
It's not, if you're just doing by the numbers, my Comic Cons are old enough to drink legally. So yeah.
As an actual veteran of this event, you've seen it transition through
comics
into now being this media powerhouse where entire franchises are announced. Can you take us back to your first Comic-Con?
Yeah, so I started recollecting comics with the Ultimate line.
Okay.
So Ultimate Spider-Man came out in, I think, 2001, and I was like, oh, I kind of strayed away from comics for a while because I felt like it wasn't cool, and I was like trying to figure out who I was, my authentic identity. And then I went to a comic store and I saw that cover, that Bagley cover of Ultimate Spider-Man. I was like, this is beautiful. And then I looked at the art and I was like, this is gorgeous. And I fell back in love with comics. And then that same year, I went to Comic-Con for the first time, and it was comics. It was because there wasn't movies coming out. There wasn't. I don't think Spider-Man had come out yet, or it was just the rumblings of the film of the Tobey Maguire film, Sam Raimi. Yeah. So
was this at the convention center?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. So how much of the floor? Is it the same size of the floor? Do you remember?
I don't remember. It felt like the same. It felt like this big vacuous space back then because it was like everything was low. There weren't like huge things like here's Konami and here's whatever. It was more so just comic stands and Artist Alley. And so I'd just bum around trying to find like dollar deals or whatever it is and meet my favorite artists. That's what it was. And then when Iron Man came out, or when Iron Man was being pushed, you could feel it was like, oh, Hollywood's here. This isn't comics. This is Hollywood now.
Yeah. So let's take on that journey then, because you came as basically a kid coming to Comic-Con to get comics. What was your first foray back into Comic-Con as a professional?
So I sculpted these statues from this comic called Body Bags by Jason Pearson.
Okay.
So I came into that and I had done these busts. I was just a fan of Jason's work because I loved Body Bags. He's an incredible artist. Rest in peace. He's an amazing person. But I just contacted him. I emailed him. I said, I really want to show you these things I've been doing. Yeah. And he's like, yeah, come to Comic-Con. So he got me a free pass. And then there was Rosario Dawson is his friend Gustavo. It's his cousin, or it's his I'm screwing this up.
It's fine. This is great. I love this.
Anyway, so we got there.
I have like the math problem forming behind your head.
It's like Zach Galifianakis. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
So I got to hang out at that Comic-Con, and it was the first time I was on the other side of the booth, and I was like, whoa, this is really cool. This is fun. Got to meet Rosario Dawson, which was really fun. I had a great, fun weekend with them, and I was like, this is different. Coming here now, I felt like being as just a fan, people treat you differently too, you know, for better or worse, they do treat you differently.
There's something about, especially when it comes to having a conversation with people in line, I found that like having that professional badge or having that exhibitor badge, people will lock in because it's such a great icebreaker for people.
Yeah.
To be like, for people to be like, why are you here?
Right.
Beyond just like, I love being here.
Yeah.
Which I absolutely just love being here.
I
just happen to have pro on the badge.
Yeah, it's interesting because they do. There is like it's silly, but it's a status thing. Once you see, oh, you work for this party or whatever it is. But it also, the best part of it, you're right, is like connecting with people, being like, oh, you do that? What did you do on oh, that was amazing. I see your paint applications on whatever sculpture, or your sculpture renders were incredible. It's so nice to meet you finally,
I think that's the thing that I love the most about what Comic-Con is that you have this incredible feedback loop.
Yeah.
Right? Where you have creators and fans and they get to interact in a way that's beyond even just email, because like with you're bringing the bust to the con and then you're behind the booth.
Yeah.
Getting to meet people from behind. But it's like that interaction would be crazy in other spaces.
Yeah.
Like going to a store that you don't work for and just putting your wares up and being like, today I sell.
You guys like it? No?
Yeah.
No? All right, I'll bring it back another day. Yeah, it is. That's the bridge, right? This is the best bridge between creators and fans. And I was like, there's no better energy You never go to a Comic-Con and there's a bad energy. People are like so excited to be here, whether you're dressing up as something or you're professionally here. It's just, it's like camp, or like a first day of school where you're so excited and there's so much energy crackling. And, you know, everybody gets tired by the end of con. You get con crud and you're like, just, you know, you feel like you've walked 1,000 miles, which not too far.
Theoretically.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But it's the best way for people in this industry and who enjoy all of this stuff to connect. There's no better spot on the planet, I would think.
How long did you pursue sculpting through that sort of like network connection with starting with body bags? Like, how did you navigate that into the sculpting that you're doing now?
Well, actually, that was traditional sculpture. It was back in the day. So I was looking at images in a comic book that I just, you know, and I just try and match, get as many different references as you could, and be like, does that look like it? It looks like it. And I showed him at some point where I was like, I feel this looks close enough, and there wasn't like a lot of body bags material. So, and he was like, yeah, this is awesome. I love this. So he brought me in. And I was like, wow, I'm on the other side. It was just a quick jump.
And so now that you're here, you're working with, can we talk about it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sweet. Now that we're here, you're working with Nacelle.
I am, yeah.
Yeah. And do you want to talk about I mean, first of all, I found out about these this is like an amazing coincidence. Someone reached out to me with a link before we had even chatted about the work you were doing.
That's cool.
About how they were so impressed by these sculptures. And then within like 24 hours, I talked to you and you're like, oh yeah, I'm working on that project. And I was like,
that's crazy.
Your infamy on this precedes you. Like pre-orders, the pre-orders precede you, right? Cool. So do you want to talk about Nacelle and the work you're doing?
Yeah, sure. So I got to design, sculpt, print, and paint all of the Wave 1. Yeah. So it took a year of my life.
And this is for Star Trek?
This is for all Star Trek stuff. So I'd done some stuff for RoboForce for them before, which was this robot character, which was his name is Curmudgeon. Yeah. And it was fun. It was like an articulated piece, but it wasn't showing off a lot of what I could do. And I was like, I feel like I'm not doing exactly what I want. And then on a whim, I got a call and said, hey, do you want to do all these Star Trek? This is Brian Volkweiss's, like, his dream project. His dream property is Star Trek, and he, on a lark, happened to get it from Playmates, or after Playmates had lost the license, he picked it up.
Oh, right. Because they were doing the Klingon ship and the...
They were, and the 5.5-inch figures, too. And so I got a call, and they were like, do you want to do this? And I was like, yeah. And I hadn't really done anything to show likenesses. I had done a Lenny Bruce for them, and I had done Joan Rivers. Okay. And I had done Bill Hicks. Yeah. So I was like, okay, I guess I can show. But they were a little cartoony. And then these were supposed to be hyper realistic to, you know, at that scale. I've just been looking at a lot of actors' faces for the last year, which is great. It's fun. And they give me a lot of creative freedom. So it's been a real treat. The likenesses are astounding. Thanks. Thank you. Thanks. They're really good. Thanks. That's the things that I'm hyper focused on, you know. And I'm a little, I have ADD and a little bit of OCD. So it's a perfect project, looking at somebody's face and going, that doesn't work, that doesn't work. It's all a puzzle, right? You're trying to figure out how the puzzle fits together best. And then finally, you just kind of have to go, okay, I'm done, because time won't allow, you know? Yeah, is there a spot that you fixate on at the beginning to go, if I can get this, then I have my North Star? Yeah, I think it's proportions. So structure, like you know, eye to nose length, lip to chin length, that kind of thing. And if you zoom out and you see it's far away and you go like, that still looks like that person from that far away, then you go, I'm on the right track. Don't do details till the very end. Dear diary. Yeah. So we've talked about sculpture. Let's talk about acting. Okie dokie. Because it's not just sculpture that's brought you to Comic-Con. That's true. Yeah. Do you want to talk about Danielle just spoke to Britt about Pretty Problems, and you're also in Pretty Problems. I am also and amazing. And so I just want to talk to you about, like, what has your journey been like as an actor at Comic-Con coming here? It's mostly, actually, I got a free badge for doing Guardians of the Galaxy. Which is like right over there. Hey, fellas and ladies. He likes it too. And I came, you just have to register on IMDb and say, I had done these films, and they're like, yeah, come on in. So I don't know if that still works, but it does. Does it really? Yeah, I think it's grandfathered in to some degree if it doesn't work now. But, And so I've had a pass for free for the last, I don't know, eight years, which is just great. It's so nice. And nobody goes like, are you that gold-headed dude from Guardians of the Galaxy 2? But it's just cool to have a pass and be a professional and be able to jump around and go to cool parties, honestly. I know that sounds douchey maybe, but it's really fun to go to cool parties.
The parties are my favorite thing about Comic-Con.
They're so fun.
Yeah.
And that's where you can really actually connect with people, because like everybody's on the floor doing stuff, but like if you go to an industry party, you're talking to people who are like-minded and are doing the same thing, and you get to actually sit and be relaxed with these people. It's wonderful. I love that aspect.
Do you have any like rituals that you've locked into when you come to San Diego now?
I should. It's always like a new frontier every time. I'm trying to because getting housing is nearly impossible.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Transportation's tough.
Mm-hmm.
I know Danielle and Britt talked about eating, and like you can really screw yourself over if you're not eating something in the middle of the day. You're like, oh God, I got to go buy an $85 banana or whatever it was. You have to figure out your eating schedule. That's really it, and hydration. I think we had a text thread when he was like, you got to hydrate, because I was finishing up these Star Trek figures.
Painting into the wee hours of the night.
Exactly, yeah. 39 hours up straight.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not good.
Have you slept since?
I have.
Okay,
I just don't look like I have.
Okay. I want to talk about you coming in now, thinking about, and it's almost going back to the roots of why you came before, also writing.
Yeah, sure.
Because you began with coming for comics, and comics always begin with writing. And now you're also approaching writing as an art. Like, do you want to talk about that?
I just finished my first feature, which is called The Black Abbey, and it's about do you know the ship of the Demeter?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's essentially the Demeter is coming. There's one chapter that the captain of the Demeter writes, where he says all these people are getting picked off, essentially, and he talks about the first mate. The first mate goes crazy, jumps off the side of the boat, never to be heard from again. My story starts when that first mate is picked up by another fishing boat.
Okay.
And he's been bitten. And he's been brought to convalesce off of Whitby Island, which is an actual abbey, like a functioning abbey.
Amazing.
So all these monks, these Benedictine monks, are trying to figure out what to do with this individual, and then somebody gets infected, and it's what happens to these individual monks when they're infected. What does willpower have to do with turning or not turning, or things like that?
Really great.
So yeah,
that's really fun.
It's an examination of, you never have answers, but it's nice to pose the questions about God and philosophical questions about like good and evil, really.
Yeah. Are you looking to turn this into like live action feature, or you want to be animated? Okay, live action.
For sure. It's in the vein of The Thing.
Okay.
Or like
great.
Ready or Not. That kind of like feel. It's kind of a slow burn, but or like an Agatha Christie novel. Like, people are getting picked off little by little. Who's doing what?
I love that. Yeah.
Thanks.
Because you just have this aspect as you're on the journey, beginning to not trust anything that's being presented to you as fact. Yeah.
And who is holier than thou? That kind of, that's kind of one of the questions.
That's awesome.
Yeah, thanks.
So as we close out, what are you looking forward to doing now that because you've just arrived?
I just got here.
Yeah.
Feet on the ground freshly. I'm excited to look at a bunch of new toys. Like, I get to walk around with my wife for the first time at this con. I've never gotten to do that. I think she's excited to do it too. So to kind of just see, it's like a buffet of lights and cool stuff and fun creativity. And it's like, I get to show her that's been part of my world for 22 years. And now she gets to see. So I want to see her experience it for the first time. That's what I'm most excited.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Well, Alex, how would you like people to find you, to find your work, or to reach out if they want to talk to you about your work, or connect with you as fans?
I'm on Instagram at ATK_sculpture, and also at AlexKlein1. And my stuff's there. So
they're both really fun follows.
Thanks.
Yeah. Thanks. Thank you so much for being on the show.
I love you, man. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Go check out his sculptures online. They are incredible in the Cell Company.
Thanks.
They're really good.
Appreciate it.
And buy some. Okay.
Yeah, buy them though. But seriously, buy them.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.